A quick new idea, daily, from the world's greatest TEDx talks. I'm your host, Atossa Leoni, and this is TEDx Shorts. Since modern technology can help people discover distant family members and family origins, DNA has become a vital tool for families to fill in missing puzzle pieces of their history. But what happens when someone was historically robbed of even having access to their history? Dr. Gina Paige is an entrepreneur and co-founder of African Ancestry, Inc. Her organization aims to help people of African ancestry find their missing pieces. In today's episode, she shares the complexity, difficulty, and consequence of this line of work.
Have you ever put together a puzzle? It's got 500 pieces. You've spent all these hours only to get to the end and realize that there's one piece missing. I'm Dr. Gina Paige, and I help people find the missing pieces of their identity. Psychologist Dr. Cynthia Winston teaches that knowing where you're from is a critical component of knowing who you are. So when you can trace your family back hundreds and hundreds of years, you have a pretty complete view of who you are and who you can become. Let's look at the example of this well-known family, the Kennedys. We know their identity: Irish, Catholic, philanthropic, political. We also know that they can trace the Kennedy clan back into the 1700s to a country called Ireland, a county called Wexford, and a village called Dunganston. The fact that they can trace their ancestry back so far is not uncommon for most people. Most people can easily fill in the blanks of their family trees using basic genealogy research tools: Ellis Island records, census records, military records, marriage records, even family documentation. But what if your forefathers and foremothers didn't come through Ellis Island or Plymouth Rock? What if they weren't recorded as human beings until the late 19th century? What if it was illegal for them to get married or to read or write? Where do you begin without those pieces? Today, if you're an African American, you don't know your family's original surname. You don't know your native language. You don't know the African village, country, or ethnic group that you come from. And so genetic ancestry testing becomes the only way for people of African descent to fill those identity voids that history has created. This is important because Africa is the second largest continent in the world. It has 54 countries. And so the more African DNA samples you have and the more diverse they are, the better chance you have of finding your missing pieces. We don't refer to the Kennedys as Western Europeans. If the samples in the database are defined by ethnicities, like the Mandinka people living in Senegal today or the Tikar people living in Cameroon today, now the picture is coming into focus. Our company has focused its attention on accumulating as many African DNA samples as possible by collaborating with researchers on the continent, historians, and anthropologists. Ancestry has power, and it lives within our DNA. Whether your roots are in Africa, Asia, or Europe, Knowledge of ancestry is a birthright that each and every one of us has. So I encourage you to discover your ancestry, discover your power. It will help us all reach our potential as individuals and human beings.
The TEDx talk you just listened to was recorded in Chula Vista, California. All TEDx events are independently organized by volunteers who believe in TED's mission of ideas worth spreading. Thanks to the organizing team at TEDxChulaVista. Want to listen to more TEDx talks? Explore the entire archive on the TEDx YouTube channel. I'm Atossa Leoni. Thanks for listening, and see you tomorrow.